Hi guys, Fu here, bringing you my review for the 13th floor for 2014. If anything moves behind me, there's a cat. It's not haunted in here. Yet, that we know of. 13th floor is located out at 2814 West Bell Road in Phoenix. It's just off the I-17, head east on Bell once you get off. Their general admission pass is $25, their fast pass is $35, and I did the fast pass, it was like 15-20 minute wait, and then they have an immediate access pass for $45. 13th floor does get busy, so go early in the night, go on a night that's not Friday and Saturday if you really want to avoid the wait times. 13th floor has two haunts, the 13th floor itself, which is sort of a multi-themed, crypt, mausoleum, haunted house, insane asylum, pirate, snake god, sort of covering all your scary stuff bases. And then Zombieland is the second maze, and it is a post-apocalyptic modern zombie theme. 13th floor itself didn't do a whole bunch of changes for this year. I noticed a few things were just amped up or fixed up or sort of perfected a little bit, and I think everything shows really well. 13th floor has been and continues to be one of the most solid, well-produced haunts in the Valley. It is more expensive than everything else. The price is well worth it. If you're individuals, this is gorgeous. Everything is really well made. The scares are good. The actors are well trained. Everything here is great. And I think there's a little something for everybody. I really do think there is. I adore the feeling you get moving through their spaces, how they think about sort of this very outdoor feeling space. You really do feel like you're in an outdoor cemetery mausoleum versus the indoor spaces. The ceilings are always addressed as you get this full 360 feeling all the time. Absolutely adore it. I adore that there's not a whole lot of animatronics, and when they are, they're really great. I'm not going to give anything away in case you haven't been through before, but I do love the animatronics. The only things I could really say were there were a couple of points where it was really dark, and then there were two directions, and one of them was probably an actor exit or something, and one was the direction we were supposed to go, and we got turned around a few times. So maybe there's a couple flow issues, but nothing major. There was one room where we had to be directed through by an actor, so that's a little bit of a concern, but nothing major. The only other thing I can say is that I don't really like the plastic balloons. I harp on the plastic balloons everywhere. In the swamp section, I understand the feeling that's trying to be portrayed by having you walk through this half-height plastic balloon in a swamp, so you feel like you're trudging through swamp. That's great. It's executed a little bit poorly in that you're not like funneled down into it with like a walkway with walls and then you have to walk through it. There's an open space and then the two plastic pillows, and for some reason no one can figure out how to walk through these things, so you have to literally like open them up and shove the person in front of you in there, or else you're never getting through this haunted house. So I'm not saying oh my gosh they have to go. I'm saying there has to be like some way to funnel people into that so they know they have to walk through this thing, so it's not a giant backed up point. In that same room there's also some lasers. I'm not exactly a tall person, and they were hitting me like on my face, so I'm a little bit worried about someone 12 to 14 or something getting lasered in the eye. I don't know, but I'm not in charge of your health and safety there, so if you get by with that, go for the lasers. There's another plastic pillow thing. Again, I understand why it's there. Again, it backs people up. I'm going to say that every year, though. Overall, 13th floor is superb. I enjoy going through it every year. I don't think there's a whole lot that really needs to be done. Obviously, the staff cares about putting on a good show and creating good production values consistently and every year, so I think we're going to continue to see that from this haunt. I really do enjoy it every year. Zombieland did have some major changes this year. So you'll notice right away, if you've been previously, that the entrance area is different, and there's sort of a little bit of a show that goes on that also tells you the rules. This was great. It was fun, it was interactive, it told me something without having a guy in a 13th floor t-shirt say, oh, don't break her stuff, you know. It gave me everything I needed to know about the rules of the haunted house without breaking the sort of feeling of the haunted house. It was really fun. I love that change. Zombieland is always really fun for me. I think this is one of the most solid zombie themes I've ever seen. You really do get the feeling that you're in this sort of post-apocalyptic world trying to survive. There was a little bit more interaction with the actors this year, you know, telling you to do certain actions or to move faster, all these sort of things. And that really adds to the feeling of being evacuated, sort of. The big change to Zombieland this year is the loss of the random clown section. Thank you. Thank you for getting rid of the random neon clowns. They didn't need to be there, and it's great without them. I think that the section that replaced the random clowns that didn't make sense looks like it needs a little work in finishing, but it doesn't. It's perfect now. Even if there's nothing else that happens to that section, I think it could use a couple things, but if nothing else happens, you don't have random pink interrupting your brown, dirty experience. So much better than last year. Really just the finishing touch on what is always a really great product. I'm always happy to come out there, and I will go again every year. So, if you're looking for a good, consistent haunt experience, 13th floor is where you want to be at. Tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.